Did you know that when somebody does, going back to the idea of this video thing and fan films and that sort of thing, do you know that like fan films are like a legal gray area? I
Yes,
didn't
I
know
did
that
know
until
that.
recently. I guess I never thought about it too much, but apparently you can make fan films and most companies are okay with it, but you're technically not allowed to because it's IP. So like it's just a weird thing where it's like as long as you're not making money off of it, they do usually care.
There's two basic principles that as long as you abide by, you're in the clear. The first is you can't make a mockery of the IP, and the second is that you can't make money off of it. Now, can't make a mockery is sort of loosely defined because you are allowed to do parody and you're allowed to do satire and you are allowed to criticize. So I'm not entirely sure what not making a mockery of something means. But I guess typically that if as long as you don't slander the company, then it's like not an issue. Once you start making money off of it, now you are infringing upon a company's copyright. And generally speaking, in the industry, is generally not a good idea to be part of a fan film or a fan project because
I
you
don't know if
don't
that's
know.
true anymore though, because
I mean, it's
I've
been
seen a
true for
lot
my
more
whole career.
fans. I've seen a lot more fan films incorporate like legitimate actors. Like somebody did a fan film of Uncharted and got Nathan Fillion to be involved in it because people were fan casting him for years, and then they decided to give him a call and ask him if he would do it, and he was like, "Sure."
This
Proving
is
once again
where
he's like one of the greatest guys in Hollywood. But I
Well,
mean,
but this is where I would have some very legitimate questions about whether or not it's a fan film in the sense that it was a bunch of people who just got together and did it without acquiring the rights. Because if you acquire the rights, you can do whatever you want. The company has sold you the rights.
okay, but yeah, I don't think anybody. I, I think it was a fan film. I don't think. I don't know why you're jumping to they acquired the rights. I think that they just asked Nathan Fillion to be a part of it because
Did they
he
pay
had been
him?
fan cast. I don't know. I don't think so. If it's a
See, this
fan
is what I
film,
mean.
I
Like, I
can't
just
imagine.
have a bunch of questions about it because when you have someone of note on the project, typically that means it is legitimate to some degree, meaning it's not a fan film. So typically when you have big names attached to a project, you have you have met that bar. So the fact
I
that
don't know.
Nathan Fillion
Sometimes
was involved makes me question whether or not it was actually a fan film.
I'm looking at it now. Apparently, Nathan Fillion was in it. Stephen Lang was in it. Ernie Reyes Jr. was in it. I don't know if these other people are famous actors too, but they had several like legit big stars in it. It came out in 2018. It was about 14 minutes long. Only went to Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube.
If it only
Critically,
went to if it only went to social media, it sounds like a fan film, but
yeah, I mean, I think it was. I mean, I always understood it to be a fan film.
it's possible that it is. I'm not making the case that it's not. It's just that typically in my experience, when someone of note is involved with a project, it's usually not a fan film.
Yeah, it was. It did not make any money. It was a promotional nonprofit project. It garnered 2 million views in 2 days, and
Wow, that's a lot.
yeah, and it's. I mean, they're everything I'm looking at is calling it a fan film.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing. Like, a studio doesn't want you to do something with its property because they're worried about damaging the brand. But if you can drum up buzz and they can leverage some kind of promotion off of it, they're more inclined to let you do it as long as you're
Sure.
not
I mean,
making
it's
them do
free
something that goes totally
publicity,
crazy.
free marketing.
Yeah.
Like
But I think it's
as
also good for like creating brand loyalty too. Like when somebody is, when a company is good at interacting with its customers, I think that that does buy you some sort of, I don't know, what do you like, long term loyalty because you feel more connected to them.
I don't know that that's true.
I think I saw Star Trek, whoever owns the property to Star Trek. I know it's like a CBS or Paramount IP, but I don't know who actually owns it. But they put out like guidelines for how people can use the Star Trek property to make things. Like they have rules where you can crowdfund, but it has to be 50 grand or less. It can't use actual actors from the show. If you have any props, they have to be officially licensed. Like they have a bunch of rules for that, which I think is interesting. And I think
Yeah.
I've heard Doctor Who is the same way, where they encourage fans to make fan cast stuff or fan film stuff. I think the Doctor Who project that I was in, it might have been a fan made thing, and I don't even know at the time because I don't watch the main show, so I just assumed it was
Yeah.
whoever makes. I thought it was the same people that made the actual, Doctor Who show, but maybe not. I don't
Yeah,
know.
I mean, like game mods are the same way where you can make a mod for a game as long as you follow that game's mod criteria. So it's a similar concept. And I feel like
Dude,
I want to be a
I
boy.
saw, I saw the other day somebody. This just showed up in my feed. I don't play PC games. I've never modded anything. I don't know. I won't even know where to begin. But I was scrolling like Instagram or something, and a video came out of somebody playing some newer Resident Evil game, and they replaced the big, tall vampire lady that I don't remember the name of because I've never played that game. But they replaced her with like a giant, overweight Kermit the Frog who was just stalking them. And I couldn't help but think, I'm like, where do people come up with this from? Like, like of all things, whether like I want Kermit in this game. Not only do I want Kermit in this game, but I want him to be pudgy AF. And like they just make it. And then people are like playing it. And it's so bizarre. I love it. I think it's hilarious.
This
But
is
it's so random to me.
it is so funny that like this is something that you like understand, but the idea of Disney installing like OpenAI on their platform so you can make your own episode of a show, you're like not totally not. That's so stupid. Like it's the
No, I think
same
it's totally
thing.
different. No, it's totally
How
different.
is
First
that?
of all, no. So first of all, everybody knows that a mod is not like the actual thing. It is legitimately called a mod, short for modification. So you know that what you're seeing is not canon to whatever you're doing. Secondly, it's not impacting the story, it's just impacting the visual. Where if you're going to have somebody hop onto Sora and make their own episode of whatever Disney property, you are making a story element to it that can derail the actual story.
Not canon. I don't know. Like
But that
I
takes
guess
people
it
to know if it's canon or not. Like they have to do homework to figure out, like, oh, I see this new,
so
I don't know,
your
insert
so
Disney
your
property
issue is
here.
your issue is the barrier of knowledge.
It's it's in part the barrier of knowledge, but also I like the medium is different. So when you are just watching a story, the whole purpose of watching something, whether it is a short
Guys,
or a
I have opened a
movie or
whole
a
can of
TV
worms
show,
because we're so far
of
down the
course,
rabbit hole already.
that's what we're going to call this episode. We're going to call it Rabbit Hole, and it's just us all over the place. But the whole purpose is that you're supposed to be sitting back enjoying a story. With the game, it's to play the experience, and the story is untouched. Regardless of Kermit the Frog chasing you or the big vampire lady,
Disagree that the story
it's
is
still
untouched.
the dialogue's all the same. The
Yeah,
plot
but
is all the
Kermit is
same.
saying it.
Okay,
That's it.
the character is aesthetically different. I'll give you that, but it doesn't change what happens in the game. It's just goofy. I I would prefer to play it the real way, but like I like finding a video of it. I don't know.
I think that they're the same. I would be
Of
curious
course
to
they are.
know if anybody else sides with Jason. Get the comments, Team Morgan or Team Jason.
Silly. I've also seen one where I don't know what game it was, but they put Michael Jackson in there, and it's like a game where you're supposed to be followed by mannequins. Do you know what I'm talking about? It's another spooky game where you're walking through like a very dark building, and there's just nondescript mannequins, and if you look at them, they stop moving, but if you turn away, they get closer to you. I don't know what
Oh,
game this is called,
I don't know what game. I don't know what the name of the game is, but
but you know what I'm talking about.
I've seen like people playing through the game. Yeah.
I've seen clips of people where they have changed the mannequin to be Michael Jackson. And again, it's just so random. Like, what? How
That
did
one's not
I want
random
to know
though.
how we get from one place to another? How did somebody go, I want to change this game, but I want Michael Jackson to chase me?
Yeah, I don't think that one's random. The Kermit the Frog one, I will give you. That one is random. I don't think the changing the mannequins to Michael Jackson is random.
Okay, how was it? How was
Because
it
that dude
predetermined?
was creepy AF. And did you see the documentary about him? He did a lot of very sketchy things.
Sure, okay. I'm not saying he wasn't creepy, but how did somebody go? I got it. The mannequins should now be Michael
Because
Jackson.
mannequins are. Have you never seen a mannequin in your life?
All right, story time. True story. When I was a kid, my brother and I used to get dragged to the clothes shopping store like every other little kid when my parents needed us to go, pick out school clothes or whatever. And we used to do this thing where we would find the mannequins and we would go pose still like next to them. I've never been so still in my life. And this is not just like little kid memory time, but we legitimately fooled multiple people into thinking that we were part of this, like the setup thing. It was like our favorite thing to do. We would just show up. I don't remember how old I was, 10, 12, something like that. And we would, pose with the existing mannequins and just wait for people to, stop and like look and check out whatever and then move. And oh my God, I became like those awful like prank memes that you see online that I can't stand now. That I guess I started them. So I'm sorry.
Guys, Jason started the one thing he hates most in this world,
There's
pranks.
a lot of things I hate in this world. Yeah, pranks.
More than
It was all
pranks?
the good fun, right, Morgan? It's
It
all
was all
harmless.
in good fun. Check out
It's
that
harmless.
episode. That's what was that? Our
Yeah,
Christmas
well,
episode?
I was gonna say I think that was a Christmas episode. We got like a 20-minute argument about pranks and then cut like 19 minutes of it. So
Yeah.
it'll be fun bonus
So,
content one day.
but actually, I I don't know why I had this thought when you said story time, but tie it to kind of sort of tie up our convoluted episodes for this week. My gift to you guys today, look up Vine story time with I forget what his name is, but I think his name is Thomas. Look up Thomas Vine's story time. That is my gift to you. You can look up the compilations. They're on YouTube.
No
Have a laugh.
context for what this is. Just
Have a laugh.
okay.